So this is an impromptu review of the Carver S Plus. So I've just taken delivery of this Carver for fully charged. That's this weekend coming up in Farnborough. So I thought I would try and answer a few questions about the S Plus and try a little test drive. I have already driven this S Plus, but I've never really taken it very far, so let's see how we go. So the difference between the base model and the S Plus is obviously the speed, where the base is limited to 28 miles an hour and the S Plus can do 48 miles an hour. Now it can do that because it has 3.5 kilowatt motors in the rear wheels, as opposed to the 2 kilowatt motors that are in the base version. Now already up to 30 miles an hour very easily, so it doesn't feel quite as quick, but that definitely got to 30 quicker. And I'm still in comfort mode at the moment, which is the softest of the dynamics. So we've also got a bigger battery as well to ensure that we get the same 60 miles of range out of the vehicle. It's a 7.1 kilowatt hour battery made from Samsung NCM cells, as opposed to the lithium phosphate that are in the base, and 5.4 kilowatts is in the base. So this feels a lot more relaxed. I've also got a bit of a wider wheelbase at the back as well, 108 centimetres I believe, compared to 98 centimetres of the base model. That extra footprint gives you a little bit more stability, a little bit more smoothness. Just notice I haven't adjusted my wing mirrors, must do that. So yeah, I'm easily at 30 miles an hour in a 40 limit without any issue at all. Got slight downhill here to reach the 40 limit. Doesn't take any time at all. Ride quality is a little bit better because of that increased footprint, but they still haven't gone for independent suspension on the rear wheels, which I'd like. I think that would increase the ride comfort exponentially. Seems to have a bit more of a gentle weave. Seems to be quite a bit more sensitive than my base. Might be because I sit lower in my base than I do in this one, so the centre of gravity for the cabin weight is probably higher in this than in my base, but mine has the modified seat, so I sit quite low, so that feeling of ease of lean might be what they always feel like. So I've chosen to come this way down this road because there's the biggest hill in this area, which I've done a video on previously. Both the base model and the Carver S Plus have maximum torque of 100 nanometers. Now I believe that that's software limited, because you know, if you have 4 kilowatts motors producing 100 nanometers and 3.5, or rather 7 kilowatts in total producing the same, then surely that is artificially limited. So I'm going to put my foot down, try and get up to the 40 limit that is this hill, up to 30 now. Now my Carver will struggle to get 20-25 miles an hour up this hill, and I'm seeing that this S Plus is also limited, and I've dropped down to 27 there right before I'm cresting over the top of this hill. So yeah, I think I'd prefer to have more torque available. Now perhaps it's something to do with the European type certification, I don't know. going downhill is quite nice. Normally if you take your foot off the accelerator in my base model, then you feel artificially limited again there. So don't, at least not feeling that when I get to 40. I've got a nice little roundabout up ahead. Just want to try going around. Yeah, it definitely wants to do more leaning, this one, but mine does. Perhaps it is the higher weight of my body. Just going to go round the roundabout a few times. There's my 30-degree lean angle. Not feeling as confidence inspired for some reason. Perhaps it's again because I'm tilting in quicker. So turn my indicator off. Yeah, definitely more lively in the leans. And I'm in comfort mode. I haven't even tried sport mode yet. Interesting. So what else can I tell you? Interior is almost exactly the same. Apart from the S Plus, you do have a couple of options available to you. You do have LED headlights. You do have air conditioning as an option, and there's also the new side windows, which we don't have on this vehicle because there's a supply problem at the moment, but they will be retrofitted, as will the LED headlights if customers order them. So the new windows for me are a huge improvement. Let's try one there. Yeah, so the new windows with the movable retractable panel, so you can adjust the mirrors and pay for parking tickets and things like that whilst you're on the move. Huge improvement. And they've also got plastic surrounds at the bottom of the window that I believe will offer better weather protection and wind protection as well, which is, you know, nothing but good news. I will also say that it feels more refined, it feels quieter, and they've plugged a few of the gaps. They've used better seals in places to make it feel a little bit more premium than the base model that I've been driving. Now I think they've been doing lots of incremental changes all throughout since mine came off the assembly line 2 years ago. So yeah, I like it. Of course I do. I'm a Carver fan. I'm a little bit biased, but having the extra speed is instantly more usable. I do not feel beholden to other road users at all like I do in the Carver. Constantly looking over my shoulder in the base model to make sure that I'm keeping left, enabling people to overtake if they want to. So yeah, especially around here, we've only done 30s and 40s admittedly, but I shall take it out for a longer run, and if I feel there's anything that I need to add beyond what I've already said about the base Carvers before, the S Plus is just an improvement on that with your extra available speed. Just makes it more usable. So yeah, should I get one? Probably. Anyway, thanks for listening, and speak to you soon. Cheers.